In these type of questions, we need to identify from the given statements. Like there are three statements given, one from P, one from Q, one from R. We need to identify only one statement is true, which one is true. And also by this we have to understand and identify who stole the wallet. Okay, so basically these type of questions are from logical reasoning, which actually test our skills to reason on the statements. So there is one thief from the classroom. We need to identify who is the thief from the given statements. Okay, and the condition is only one statement has to be true. So what do we mean by that? So let us first solve and try to understand by solving this. Okay, so I'll just put a table, simple table here. For example, what if P is the thief? So who stole the wallet? So I'm just writing here thief. Who is the thief? I'm assuming that P is the thief. I'm assuming that P is the thief in first case. Okay, so like that I'll assume Q is the thief, R is the thief, and we'll verify. First we'll go according to P. What if P is the thief? First statement, Q stole it. So this will be false, correct? If P is the thief, P stole it. P stole it, right? Q stole it will be false. So first statement is false. Okay. Now second statement. R is innocent. Yes, this is true because R is innocent. Correct. Because P is the thief. That is our assumption. P is lying. When R says P is lying, we have to look at what is P's statement. P's statement is Q stole it. Yes, P is lying because according to the assumption, P is the thief. So R is telling true. Okay. So these three we got. One is false, two statements are true. But the condition is only one statement is true. So this is not possible. So this is not possible means P is not the thief. Okay. Let us go to the second part now, assuming Q is the thief. We will assume Q is the thief and verify the statements. So first statement is from P, says Q stole it. Correct, because our assumption is Q is the thief. So Q stole it is true. Second statement is from Q, says R is innocent. Yes, of course, if one of them is thief, the other two will be innocent only. So in this case, Q is the thief, so R is innocent. So that is true. P is lying. What is P statement? P is actually telling the truth here because Q stole it. That is our assumption. So P is lying is false. P is not lying. So this is false. Here also we got two true statements. So even this is not possible. Now last option is R is the thief. We'll see if this suits. Okay, R is the thief. That is our assumption. Last assumption is R is the thief. P said Q stole it. No, we will take it as false because R is the thief. So Q stole it is not possible. So this is false. Q said R is innocent. R is innocent. This is also false because R is the thief. That is our assumption. So even this is false. P is lying. What did P say here? Q stole it. So P is lying only. So this is true. So we got only one statement true from this. So this is our right assumption. So which means R is the thief. So option C, R is the correct answer. Let us look at another question. A laptop went missing from an office. A said B stole the laptop. B said C stole the laptop, and C said exactly one statement is true. So who stole the laptop? So let us identify this. We'll again follow the same method. First case we will assume A is the thief and we'll identify. What happens if A is the thief? What is the first statement? A is telling B stole the laptop. So this will be false because we are assuming A is the thief. So this is false. B said C stole the laptop. That is also false because assumption is A is the thief, right? So this is also false. C said A is lying. Correct, because A told that B stole the laptop. But our assumption is A stole the laptop. So A is lying. So C is telling A is lying. So C's statement is true. Here we got one true statement. But let us verify the other assumptions as well. What if B is the thief? Our assumption B is the thief. A says that B stole the laptop. So this is true. B said C stole it. This is false because B has stolen it. C said A is lying. This is false because B stole the laptop is true we have taken. So if this is true means this is false because they both contradict each other. Always remember when C is telling A is lying, if this is false, this will be true. If this is true, this will be false. Okay. Now, so here also we got one T, only one statement true. Here also we got only one statement true. We don't need to solve the C1 now because we should get only one statement true, only one case. Here, what it means, A can be thief or even B can be thief, which is not possible in this case. We don't have option like A or B. Okay, so we can directly go with cannot be determined because twice we got single true statement. In case of A, when we assumed A is thief or when we assumed B is thief, both cases we got true, only one true statement. So we will go with cannot be determined. Let us look at question number 3. X, Y, Z we have. So first we will assume X is the thief. X is the thief. Now let us see. The first statement is Y stole the phone. So this is false. Z is innocent. True, because if X is the thief, Z will be innocent. X is lying. Yes, X is lying because X said Y stole the phone. So two true statements not possible. Next we will assume Y is the thief. X said Y stole the phone. True. Y said Z innocent. True. Z said X is lying. False. Because X has told the correct thing that Y stole the phone. That is our assumption. Y is the thief. So here also two statements not possible. Let us go to Z. Third one. First statement. X said Y stole the phone. False. Because Z stole the phone. That is our assumption. Y said Z is innocent. False. Because Z is the guilty person here. Z is the thief. So Z cannot be innocent. X is lying. Yes, true. X is lying because if this is false, this is true. So we got only one true statement. So this holds good. Z is the thief. Option C, Z is the correct answer. Question number 4. Three students PQ are suspected of cheating. So who is the cheater here? We'll see. First we will take P and identify. Okay. We are assuming P is the cheater here. So P said, I am innocent. When we assume P is the cheater, I am innocent is not possible. So this is false. Q said R cheated, but our assumption is P cheated. So Q statement is also false. R said Q is lying. When R is telling Q is lying, yes, it is lying only. So this is true. Okay, now let us go to next one. Q. What if Q has cheated? P said I am innocent, holds good, true. Q said R cheated, false, because Q has cheated here. R said Q is lying, no, false. So Q, right? Yeah. So Q is they told, so this is true. Let us go to the next one. R. We are assuming R is the cheater here. P said I'm innocent, true. Q said R cheated, true. So R said Q is lying, false. Simple. So we got two times true here, two times true here. So these two don't stand our logical reasoning here. Only in this case, first case we have one T, only one statement true. This holds good. So P is the cheater here. Okay. Yeah. Let's go to last question in the video. So a cash box was stolen from a shop. M N O we have. M N O. We'll go step by step. First, we're assuming M is the thief. If M is the thief, what does M say? N stole the cash boxes. It's telling about N. So this is false because our assumption is M is the thief. N said O stole it. O stole it. Even this is false. O said M is innocent. This is also false because M is the guilty. That is our assumption. Let's go to N. Now we are assuming N is the thief. So M says N stole the cash box. True. N said O stole it. False. O said M is innocent. True. Correct, because we are assuming N is the guilty person. We'll go to O. We are assuming O is the thief now. M said N stole the cash box. False. N said O stole it. True. O said M is innocent. True. Okay. So here also we got two times true, not possible, two times true, not possible, all time F. So all these three conditions does not hold good, which means who stole the cash box cannot be determined from this statements. Okay. So remember the condition given is exactly one statement is true. So when we have exactly one statement is true, that is when we can give the correct answer. Okay. I hope this video was helpful to you. Please do share with your friends and also like and share or subscribe to our channel. Thank you so much.